Hello great people, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Ipob has finally, via his spokesperson, reacted to the attitude that was exhibited on the 11th November 2021 over the case of its leader Nnamdi Kanu, who is currently in the detention of the DSS. Don't forget that on the 11th of November, unfortunately, something happened, and before we knew, Justice Nyako had to postpone or call it adjourn the case, not even to December, but to January the 19th and 20th. And it has triggered so much reaction. You'll get to hear what their standpoint is specifically to the judge who is handling the case. We're going to be looking at these in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our video.
The indigenous people of Biafra has described the adjournment of its leader Nnamdi Kanu's case to January next year by Justice Binta Nyako as biased and whimsical. According to the group, the judge is mischievous and cannot be trusted with justice for having court proceeding without the presence of Kanu's counsel in the courtroom on Wednesday. Ipob also stated that it was obvious that Nyako was dancing to the tune of the Nigerian government and the nation's secret police, the Department of State Services DSS, which wanted a secret trial for the separatist agitator. The group revealed these in a statement by its media and publicity secretary Emma Powerful, which was obtained on Friday. Kanu's trial before the Federal High Court was adjourned to 19 January 2022 after his legal representative were locked out of the courtroom, an action that has been met with wide condemnations. Reacting in a statement titled, "We will cripple Nigeria if the federal government thinks it can use justice, Binta Nyako to keep our leader in perpetual detention without trial." The group reiterated that no degree of intimidation can dampen the morale of its members for seeking a sovereign Biafran nation. The statement read thus: "We, the global family of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, unequivocally condemn the attitude of Justice Binta Nyako over the way she's handling the case of our leader Nnamdi Kanu before her court. We are most shocked at her obvious prejudice and bias during the last court proceeding, which resulted in her whimsical adjournment of the case to January 19 and 20th, 2021. Justice Binta Nyako is engaging in judicial rascality and impunity at the behest of the federal government of Nigeria, aimed at keeping our leader in perpetual detention without trial. This rascality only portrays that Binta Nyako is simply playing the script handed over to her by the Fulani Caliphate of which she belongs to. We wish to express our displeasure with Justice Binta Nyako's handling of the case. How can a judge put a defendant on trial without legal representation? Justice Binta Nyako has always wanted to conduct a secret trial of the high-profile case which concern the personal liberty and the human right of the accused. Her constant long adjournment, her open bias and willingness to do the bidding of the DSS has seriously eroded the confidence of the accused on the neutrality of the judgment in handling this case, Justice Binta Nyako has given us sufficient reason and grounds to doubt her ability to give justice and fair hearing to our leader, considering her antecedents and the manner and where the judge has been going about this case. Locking out the legal representative, including one of the leaders' counsel from the U.S., Bruce Fein, from the courtroom has only exposed Justice Binta Nyako's bias and prejudiced disposition to this case before her. We are aware that Justice Nyako is working with DSS to humiliate our leader Nnamdi Kanu, but the world should hold her accountable for her actions. But one thing the judge must understand is that we are determined in our irrevocable resolve to restore Biafra. No amount of intimidation, persecution, or prejudice by the oppressors or their agents can deter our march to freedom and the ultimate restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. It is impossible for the Fulani to detect to Ipob and the present generation of Biafra. They may have done so to our fathers and elders, but cannot detect to the present generation of Biafrans. Our elders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, and political elites are begging Ipob to soft-pedal, must take serious note of the travesty and shenanigan playing out in Justice Binta Nyako courtroom. Our patience is not indefinitely elastic. Wow. Get the last word. Our patience is not definitely elastic, which means it's not indefinitely. Sorry. Okay, it's not infinitely. Sorry. I take that again. Say our patience is not infinitely elastic, which means that they have a point where they will say we can't take it any longer. I mean, most people had believed that, mostly the youths in Ipob, that they are going to go on rampage when, the case was adjourned, not even to December, but to January. Most people had thought so, but I realized that there's this calm that they have exhibited for a while now, most people also had believed that with that happening, they will start rolling out some actions and some events that will kind of trouble the nation, like sit at home for the whole year, for the whole week and all of that. But they seem to be very calm, respecting their elders and all of that. And I feel also that the judiciary should kind of give credence to that and subpoena in the way they are handling this case, especially in its adjournment. It takes nothing for you to maybe adjourn the case, if you so will, to adjourn the case to maybe talk of maybe 10th of December, and it will be kind of reasonable, but moving it to 19th, it's not easy. That means that the leader Nnamdi Kanu will have to spend his Xmas inside the DSS detention. For many, it doesn't really all go well. But however, I would like to consider some of the reactions of Nigerians in this respect, because it's really, really touching. Now that they have come out to tell Nigerians the truth, who knows what their next line of action is. And this one here says, Justice Nyako is playing with fire. If she knows what's good for her, she better recourse herself from this case. Enough is enough. Another person here say, we are aware that Justice Nyako is working with DSS to intimidate our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, but the world should hold her accountable for her action. We are most shocked at her obvious prejudice and bias during the last court proceeding, which resulted in her whimsical adjournment of the case to January. The same DSS prosecuting Nnamdi Kanu with frivolous treason charges is simultaneously prosecuting Justice Binta Nyako's husband. It follows reason, therefore, that she cannot be unbiased in handling Kanu's case for the sake of saving her hobby from gulag. She erred in her callous adjournment of the case after ordering the DSS not to allow more than 5 lawyers into her courtroom and locking out everyone else. She knew exactly that her order would set off argument outside the courtroom, so she used the loophole or the chance to quickly proceed with Kanu's case in the absence of his lawyer, who were outside trying to resolve the shouting match by asking if MNK was ready to represent himself. A flaw in reasoning that cut below their legal benchmark. Justice Binta Nyako must recourse herself from further handling the MNK case. She has grossly abused her prerogative and is a mere tool of the DSS, who are using Mutala Nyako as legal spanner in an unrelated property fraud case to pressure Binta Nyako into making grass bench decision. Justice for Kanu cannot be found in compromised Justice Binta Nyako court. Now, from all indication, like what this person have written here, he says that there's a case. Let me spell it out very clearly. There's a case ongoing currently between DSS and the husband of the judge, that's Justice Nyako. She has a case currently between DSS and the husband, and they believe that they are using the case as a judicial panel to unscrew her and make her make decisions that are quite unfavorable, and the best for her is for her to quit the case. Well, let's see how it goes. Another person here says, if Ipob is a group that trouble, how would you classify headsmen, bandits, Kingraba and Meitiala? Can you think better than Buhari despite your education? Okay, he's talking to somebody. I mean, this is a serious case. This case must, the person handling it needs to handle it with so much wisdom so that we don't end up waking up what we may not be able to face in future. I'd like to leave it there.